You can find the links to the full videos on the show support page on the website, gregsgaragetv.com. So go there and do that. And now we're gonna do this. MotoGP star Nicky Hayden had a few minutes to chat with us via FaceTime on his iPhone. We broke it up into two parts. And if you don't know what MotoGP is all about, Nicky explains it a bit further. We're lucky enough to have MotoGP star Nicky Hayden in the garage, all the way from the OWB, Owensboro, Kentucky. What's going on, Nick? How are you?
Not too bad. I'm actually on the West Coast right now, but I won't call you out on your own show. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we were texting this morning. I didn't realize you were going from Owensboro back to the West Coast.
Well, yeah, I wasn't in Owensboro, but was around, yeah.
No, I got you. All right. So how are things going for you, man? What's going on? You just lift your arm up there and saw you had something on there. What's up?
Yeah, I got a little bandage on my hand, but things are going okay. You know, testing hasn't started out as well as we hope. You know, of course, we would like to be progressed further along with the Ducati this year. So we got some work to do, and definitely probably not going to be a real easy start to the season. None of them are, but you know, I see a lot of things happening, some positive stuff going on there. But unfortunately, time's not on our side at the moment. So we got new engineers, some new working way, and it's just taking a bit of time. And we got to catch up. So hopefully we'll be, you know, catching up soon.
Yeah, I mean, let's back it up a little bit. So, you know, obviously a couple of years ago, Valentino Rossi comes on, his teammate, and there's a lot of chit chat about, oh, the bike's going to change. There were some dramatic changes to the motorcycle, you know, frame, swing arm, that type of stuff. And now you're kind of in the position that you're in. Tell us, for those that may be watching this for the first time and don't know much about MotoGP, Ducati, and your experience, tell us about the MotoGP series briefly, and then the changes that have happened at Ducati in the last 6 months or so.
Well, MotoGP is a series that's road racing, done all over the world, 18 races, I think in 12 different countries on maybe 5 or 6 continents or something. Something like that. I'm just talking off the top of my head there. But it's 24 riders, and it's riders from all over the world, a lot of European-based. The series is really, I would say it's more European-based, but it is a worldwide series. And I ride for Ducati. And yeah, we've came from, I guess you'd say, a lot of changes there. Valentino came in 2011, and didn't go how we had hoped. The last race of the year, 2010, in Valencia, me and Stoner in the beginning were 1 and 2, first and second. He slipped back, and I crashed. And from there, when Valentino came, we you know, you dream up scenarios, and it was this perfect 2 world championships, and an Italian rider on an Italian bike, and tried as everybody did. I mean, everybody really gave a lot, but we wasn't able to put all the pieces together for various reasons, so no need to go into all that. It just never paid off, and you know, I would say we fell behind the Japanese brands, our bigger rivals, Honda and Yamaha, quite a bit, and you know, a couple podiums here and there for us, but no real, you know, a lot more ace, 7ths and ace than what we had hoped. And there was a lot of changes in there. We went to aluminum chassis, which was a big change. The first time Ducati had ever did that. And we made some steps, but, you know, the goal was never moving. It was always, or the goal was always moving, the targets. So we didn't get to the front, and now we adjust some things. I don't know if you're aware, but Audi recently, over the summer, has purchased Ducati, which is a big change, and bringing in some of their people, more new riders, more new personnel, and everybody's trying to find their footing now, and the season's here. So now it's kind of sink or swim. We go with what we got, and you know, see what we can do until we're able to really get everything in place.
Now, there was a big change a few years ago when the series went to spec tire, Bridgestone.
Yeah.
It seems like, from what I'm able to gather at the GP races that I go to, that there's a distinct difference between a few years ago and now, in that the bikes really have to be designed around the tires and how the motorcycle is able to work those tires, and that the fact that the tires are kind of developed more towards the Japanese style of motorcycle. Is that, I'm not trying to make excuses, but is that really what's going on behind the scenes?
I would say it's true. It didn't help us. tires are a huge part of racing, any kind of racing, but any kind of racing on pavement especially, the tires are really one of the biggest factors. I mean, the bike, rider, tires, it's all three right there. And once, like you say, we went to spec tires, which that means all the riders have the same tire choices, same options that you know, the tires were built to suit the majority, and the majority was aluminum chassis, Japanese frames. So for us, we weren't able to make tires to actually suit our bike, and so it is true, it gave us, kind of backed us into a corner a bit to build a bike that actually would work the tires, because if you ask any rider, I mean, you know, you really, I know somebody's probably watching this thinking, well, what's the tires matter? I mean, it's only two little black things, but you know, it's all about getting those up to temperature and getting them to work. So, you know, I'm all for the tire rule. I don't mind the tire rule, but it has probably hindered us a bit more than some of the other, but you know, it's our job to adjust to it and see.
All right, look. You're always very positive. I mean, one of the biggest things, one of the biggest reasons why fans love you so much is that a lot of people understand you're in a very tight spot. You have been for a number of years with the Ducati. Like, has it really dinged your confidence at all? I mean, coming from how you used to race as a kid, storming on the scene in AMA Pro Racing, Superbike Championship, winning the World Championship in just a couple of years, 4 years after Superbike, 3 years really. Like how does that really, like, you know, how do you feel inside about what's going on with you as a rider? Not necessarily the equipment or the tires, but you as a rider. How do you reconcile all that?
Well, it's tough. Definitely, you know, especially that first test in Malaysia last month when the gap to the front was so big and we prepared and worked all winter, and you go there and 2 seconds from the front. I'm human, you know, it'll shake anybody, but you know, I believe in myself. I love MotoGP, I love racing, I love the fans, and you know, just gotta hang in, just fight through the low spots, and hopefully we, you know, come out the other side shining. I mean, there's been other holes in my career where I thought, wow, you know, I'm really up against it and this is gonna be tough, but so I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's hard to just shake off when the results don't come, but that's life. So we deal with it, and you know, I do believe in this team in the long run, that they have the tools to put it together, and then I still believe in myself. So I mean, sure, there's times I let it probably beat me up a little bit, but you know, you can't hang your head. I know that's a bad look for anybody, so just try to keep kicking.